All right, everybody, welcome back to Kusama Demo Day. We have with us Hang Yin from Phala Network. Hang, welcome.
Hello.
Little echo going on. No worries. I'll make sure my microphone's muted. All right, Hang, we have limited time, so I'll hand it over to you to give a demo presentation, and we'll see if the audience has any questions. The stage is yours. Okay, hold on. He's got to fix his audio. Hey, Hang, you fix your audio?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Let me just share my screen. All right. So today I'm going to talk about what we are doing and what we have launched and what we are going to do in the future of Phala Network. And I'm Han from Phala Network, and Khala is our Parachain on Kusama. So I'm very glad to be here, have the chance to present you to this talk. Yeah, so I think before we just jump into the demo, I would like to introduce a little bit of what we are doing. And although in the past we have always talking about privacy and blockchain, but now we would like to move our focus to the cloud computing. So what is Phala? Phala is the next generation Web3 cloud. So if we want to understand the cloud, we can make a comparison between the blockchain and the current cloud and what we are doing. The blockchain is usually a very trustless platform. It's decentralized. We can deploy some application on top of that, but the same time it's slow. And another problem is that it's very it cannot handle the secrets on the blockchain because everything is transparent. But if we compare it with the cloud, then cloud is what we are using every day, and it can be scaled very quickly because no matter how many application you have, you just need to buy more server, and then you can run that on the cloud. And is it possible to combine them together? So if we check the current blockchain projects, and the most famous one is of course the Ethereum. And without sharding Ethereum, it just doesn't scale because no matter how many nodes or servers added to the network, the computation power of the network is still the same, right? It doesn't scale with the increment of the online nodes. And Polkadot is much better because Polkadot is a sharded protocol, and it can have up to maybe 100 parachains. And each parachain, in theory, has the comparable computing power compared with a single blockchain. So maybe it's 100 times more than more capable than a standalone blockchain. But on Phala network, we are very special because we use a special technology called trusted execution environment, or now we call that secure enclave. It's a combination of the software and the hardware. And I will leave this part, the detailed intro a bit later, but you can understand in this way. So we have a blockchain, and we have maybe thousands or even 10,000s of off-chain nodes, and these off-chain nodes offer the computation power to the network. So that's why we say on our network we can scale linearly, because the more server we have, the more nodes we have, the more computation power we can have in the network, and we can offer that to the developer. And this time we are talking about Khala network. And what is the relationship? So the project is called Phala network, and our mainnet is also called Phala. But we also have a wild cousin, and it runs on the wild cousin Kusama of polkadot. So Khala network is something we call the or we can call that a canary network, or we actually call it a pre-mainnet. It is a mainnet, and it has the value. And maybe it's a little bit different from the other canary network. It ran the exact same tokenomic and the token on the both blockchain. So no matter on Phala network or Khala network, we use the same token Phala. And now, yeah, we have already been on Kusama as a Parachain for I think 1 month, and yeah, and in the future we're going to participate in the Parachain slot auction on Polkadot as well. And yeah, we are at the stage of 3, and then maybe later this year, we don't know actually, but maybe later this year we're going to launch the mainnet on Polkadot, and the same time we are going to deploy some real use case for the cloud computing service. Yeah, so the first demo, and as I mentioned, on our network we share the same token on Khala and Phala. So and the same and even before the launch of any Parachain, we already have a ERC20 token running on Ethereum. So how we can make the token can move between the different blockchains, and that is the first product we have already launched. We call that the ERC20 to Khala bridge. Yeah, let me just demo. So the demo running today is already live. So if you have the ERC20 FA token, then you can use the bridge to transfer that to the Khala mainnet. But I need to mention that now the bridge is just a one-way bridge, because we are still in the process to launch the democracy, and after that we're going to enable the two-way bridge. Yeah. So our product is at app.phala.network, and it actually connects to Khala. So here we can see the bridge page, right? So first we are going to choose the Khala account. So I choose the one I'm using, and then we need to choose an Ethereum account, and this is the mainnet Ethereum. And after that, as you can see here, we have a very simple dialog, and and it shows the transaction is from Ethereum to Khala, and then I can enter an amount. For example, I may enter 5. Yeah, so here it shows the total balance of this account, and the destination accounts. The destination is a Khala address. So here, as you can see, it shows the confirmation page, right? and it shows the transfer is from Ethereum to Khala, and then I can submit. And after that, it just pop up the MetaMask dialog, and I choose to sign the transaction. The fee is crazy right now. Yeah, and after I confirm the transaction, it shows a link. So the link is the transaction on Etherscan. And it takes some time, and especially to make sure the transaction from Ethereum to Khala is secure, and it will wait for a few blocks. So usually it waits for 10 blocks confirmation, but because we are running the live demo, so it will take some time. So within within this period, I can give you some more intro of what happened behind. Yeah, and as you can see now, it shows transaction is sent, and it is already confirmed on Ethereum side, but it still requires some time to show on Khala side. Yeah, and let's see what happened behind the scenes. We have actually we have 3 tokens, and 1 token is ERC20 on Ethereum, and 1 is the Khala native token on Khala. And in the future, we will also have the native token on Phala network mainnet, and they are one to one redeemable. And now we use the technology offered by Chainsafe. So the components is called Chain Bridge, and we use that to connect Ethereum to Khala. The Chainsafe bridge itself is a decentralized bridge. Actually, there's no a single component just called the bridge. Behind the scenes, there are a few the validators, or we call them relayers, and they are the people who run a daemon, and the daemon watch the transaction happening on the both sides. On Ethereum, we have a smart contract called the bridge handler. And on Khala, we have a pallet called bridge pallet. And the both sides handle the people to deposit some token to the smart contract or the pallet, and then they issue a statement for the validators. And the validators, whenever we have enough signature by the validator, they will send a transaction, state that some token is being transferred from the one side to the other side, and as long as we collect enough number of the signature, and on the destination side, the transaction will be confirmed. So it means that even if a single validator is offline or a single validator is compromised, it still doesn't hurt the entire system. And the signature is of course it requires at least 66% of the validators signed the transaction to make it pass. Yeah, and the number of the validators and who are running the validators is also managed by the Phala DAO. And the Phala DAO is just the same group of people of the Phala console. And actually, just today, we just launched our console, and now it's being elected. Maybe just after a few hours later, we will see the results. Yeah, let's check how is it going. So yeah, it already has 11 confirmations, and now it shows the relayer is confirmed, and it still requires a few blocks to be confirmed on the Khala side. And if we check, this is the blockchain explorer, and this was the transaction I sent 47 minutes ago. I think we still need to wait a few seconds to see the latest transaction. And there's a very interesting thing. So basically, if we build a bridge from one blockchain to another blockchain, it means that as long as you lock a few tokens to the one side, we can get the same amount of the token released from the other side. And the token is stored in a pool, even though it's not used, but it is the token that is possibly released in the future, because the total amount of the token on Ethereum, in theory, they can be transferred to Khala side. And all the token stored on the Khala side is under a special palette managed account, and that is this account. And as you can see, it is not a account managed by the private key. It doesn't have the private key. It has a very huge balance because it just mirror all the token on the Ethereum side. Yeah, and I think it's already confirmed. And I have transferred 5 Pha from Ethereum to Khala, and this is the transaction. Yeah, and we also have the backend. So no matter when you want to check all the historical transaction, you can open the transaction panel and see all the historical transaction listed there. Yeah, so this is the bridge. All right, so yeah, let's just continue. So the second demo is about mining, and that is the next biggest feature we're going to launch on Khala side. So it might be a bit weird if we call that mining, because Polkadot and Substrate are all proof of stake blockchain. But on our side, we have a very special blockchain architecture, and that is served for our cloud computing service. So you can imagine if we can allow anyone to offer their personal computer, laptop, or the server for the others, for the developers to run their own service, then a very big problem is how to make it secure, because now the application is not running inside a data center and managed by some central party, but now it is decentralized to all the participants, or we call them miners in the network. So to make it secure, we combine the hardware secure enclave, and that is basically a very special area in your CPU. It's available on Intel CPU and also the AMD CPU. And because anyone and this, the secure enclave, it serves as a black box. It can isolate the application with all the other parts. So even if you are the administrator of your computer, you still cannot access the data inside this special secure enclave area. Yeah. So that's why we call it the miners, because they it's like the miners rent their hardware to the network and get rewarded. So so in order to make this happen, we need to make all this server behave well. So we use the blockchain as the consensus layer to manage all the tokenomic stuff and manage all the keys. And we do the computation on the miner side. So we have miner, and we have an incentivized plan for the miners. And to incentivize the miner, we have something called a fair token distribution. That is, only 5% of the initial token supply is for the team, and almost 80 of the token supply is for the community. And among them, 10% is reserved for like the crowd loan and the Parachain auction, and 70% are all reserved for the miners. So this also reflects how important the miner group on our network are. And in our mining tokenomic, we require the miner to put a minimal deposit to the network before they can mine in the network, because you can easily imagine if we rent a hardware to some other developers to run their program, and I can actually at any point I can just maybe shut down my miner, or maybe sometime because my network is not stable, then my service offered to the developer will not be that stable. So to make sure the miner can behave well, we ask the miners to put a very minimal stake into the protocol, and after that they can mine. And when they are mining in the pool, then they can earn more and more reward from mining. Yeah, and a very typical issue is that now we may have some miner. They only have hardware, and there are also another group of people. Maybe they are the token holders, and token holders maybe they don't want to operate any hardware because it's a very professional job. So, is it possible to just match them and let them to mine together? So that's why we create the design of stake pool. So stake pool is a pool. It's very similar. It's very similar to any other pool in the DeFi area. So if you are the token holder, you can put some token into the stake pool for the miners, and the miners can use the token in the stake pool to stake and earn more rewards when they are mining. And stake pool is like an intermediate layer between the miner and the stakers. And as the owner of the stake pool, they can also take some commission from all the rewards. So this is a very, very basic design. And although we haven't launched the mining yet, but this is on our testnet. So we have two apps. One is called the console. The console is designed for miners and mining pool owners. And we also have another app called StakePi that is designed for the stakers. So if you are a miner and you may own a few workers, and then you can create a stake pool here. So just click create, and I can create a stake pool. And before that, I have already created one. And the old pool is 1363, and the next pool, I don't know, maybe 3064. Yeah, after the pool is created, I can check the pool info, and I can contribute to the pool even I'm the pool owner itself. And I can also add the workers. And if I run some worker, I will put the worker public key into this dialog box. And I can also set the commission rate here. But because this demo is very short, it's not enough to demo the entire mining process. So we'll just jump to the next session. That is, as a staker, you don't need to take care of any mining related professional knowledge. You can just see it as a DeFi product, and it offers you good APR in staking. Yeah. So in this page, you can see all the available staking pool, and you can sort the staking pool by the total stake, or you can sort it by the APR. And now, because the miner on our network, the number is really small, so the top ones have a really crazy APR. But I think maybe in the mainnet, the APR will be stable. I don't know, maybe around 100 to 200%. Yeah, and if I choose a good mining pool to invest, then I can click contribute, and I can just input some number, for example, like 500, and confirm. Although this is the testnet, but it's also running on our test Parachain. So the confirmation time is a little bit slow. Each block takes 12 seconds, and to confirm a transaction, it takes at least 2 blocks. Yeah. And there's another button on the right bottom, and that is my stake. And yeah, I can see all my stake in the stake panel. And here is the pool I have just contributed, and it shows the current APR. And this is my stake. This is my stake. And I can also I can just wait here and wait for it to create some profit in the future. And at any point, I can withdraw. I can withdraw my token. But there's one thing very special. That is because mining requires some staking. And if anyone, as long as you withdraw some token from the miner, and we ask the miner to stop, that will be unfair to the miner. So here we have a grace period. So we set it to 7 days. So if there's any free stake, you can withdraw immediately. But if there's no free stake, it will give 7 days grace period for the pool owners, and they will decide if they can charge more token into the pool, and you get unlocked immediately, or they can try to stop a few miners to release more stake from the used to free stake. So no matter in which way, after 7 days, you can get your token back. Yeah, so that is the overall demo of our products. Yeah, so that's all. Thanks, everyone. So if you have any question, you can just ask here. I think there's already some question. The first is, let me just repeat. I have 2 questions. When transfer will be possible on Khala, and when will there be a support for Ledger in the future on Khala and the Phala? Yeah, so that's good questions. First is that now the transferring on Khala network is still suspended, and I think this is the same for almost all the Parachain or blockchain launch process, because from the beginning we are still a proof of authority blockchain, and we need some time to gradually switch to a decentralized mode, and that is to enable the console. So from today, we just enable console election, so you can check on our polkadot.js UI. It's still being elected, and after that, we are going to remove the pseudo permission. And when we think the blockchain is stable, we are going to enable transfer. At the same time, we are going to enable the reverse transaction. That is the transaction from Khala back to Ethereum. Another question is the ledger support, and because we're using the polkadot.js plugin, so the ledger is exactly the same as Polkadot. But I think there could be some compatibility problem. So I think we will make sure, maybe I cannot promise, but I think within 2 months, we are going to make sure Ledger is available, or at least one hardware wallet is available for Khala. Yeah. Another question, could you briefly explain the relationship between Phala and Diem? There's no official relationship. We are just, because we find that our technology is really good to build a bridge for others blockchains, especially for the blockchains not designed for cross-chain interoperability. So I think it's a really good showcase for us. So we have developed a bridge between Polkadot and Diem, and we call that PDiem. You can learn more details from our wiki page. Yeah, the final question: how is the APR from the staking pool and the staking determined or set? I think that is very simple. If you think about any staking or any reward product, then we have a token release schedule, just like Bitcoin, or you can imagine Polkadot, right? And the more people are staking in the pool, and this reward will be evenly distributed to all the stakers. So it means that the more people to stake, then the APY will go less. But in our estimation, I think APR between 100 to 200 is very typical, and I think that is expected. Yeah, all right. So that's that's all the parts from my side.
Great,
Sorry.
Hang. Thanks for answering those questions. Great presentation, great UI, and it looks very intricate. I'm really excited to see it continue to grow out to fruition. So thank you so much for presenting.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, have a great day. Thank you, everybody, for stay tuned. We will be bringing in Cassidy Daly from Centrifuge in a short moment here. So let me bring you to Cassidy. Thanks, Ann.
Thanks.